Greetings. Welcome to another video. Today, I'm on my phone, just going to try this out, see if I can make some kind of video. So I guess my basic idea is just to collect a couple of clips of screenshots that I've taken on GU. So this is a trade idea that I've been contemplating and or stalking for the past week or so. You can see in some previous analysis video that I posted that I have a bias on the daily chart my bias is to see GU break the high at 1.45, 1.5 area. So my bias is to see buys until that area. And in this chart, we see last week there was peak formation M with the reversal, and so I'm tentatively speculating that this was a induction into a seller trap, and this was my trade idea coming into this week. This is the first week of March, so it's an NFP event that just took place yesterday. And but this clip right here, this screenshot, is of a analysis that I did at the beginning of the week, at the end of last week. So this was kind of what I was looking for, is to see a drop to these zones that I've indicated with the Fibonacci retracement, and then the so-called order block zones that align with that Fibonacci retracement I'm looking for. So it's a tentative. Basically, this chart annotation is speculating to see some kind of trend channel into these buy zones. So I want to do another clip right now. I'm going to go to another screenshot to see how the week played out with these annotations. So this is a look at GU as of Friday. This is, I believe, an hour or so before the NFP event on Friday that took place. And so these same trend line annotations are showing now downtrend channel. Trend line was respected with a wick. So that looks like there was a nice sell opportunity. On the lower time frame, what we would have seen was a break of that trend line with a stop run or stop raid at the high of that wick on the trend line. There would have been a lower time frame, probably an M or a W. So I'm gonna go take a look at that, see if I can frame some kind of flashcard to get a closer look at what that setup may have looked like on a lower time frame. And then moving forward from that, I believe what took place is the NFP event did spike down into the order block, the buy order block that I had annotated. So there could be a peak formation low that was created to reverse this downtrend channel, and that is my speculation that this was a induction into a seller trap. So there should be the possibility for buys from this area up to the 1.45, but of course I know that's not a guarantee. That would just be the type of setup that I'll be looking for heading into the week. So let's take a look at the back test for this possible sell setup that did take place, and see what kind of flashcard we can develop. So here we are taking a closer look at GBPUSD 15-minute time frame, and what we see during the week, there was a clearly defined range with a high and a low. Thursday, during the New York kill zone, there was a break of the range, at the same time a break of the trend line. So basically, some may say this trade entry may not be predictable. However, if one was to be able to predict this trade, this would be how I would do it. This would be how I would see it. This is why I draw trend line annotations on my charts. So what we can see is that when this trend line is broken to the upside, and simultaneously there's a break of the previous high of the week, now what we have is a surge of buy-side liquidity into the market. Because what we have, if you look closely at the trend line, you'll see there was a 15-minute candle that rejected the trend line. So what we'll have is sellers entering the market, and when they do, their stop losses are above the trend line, probably above that previous high. Then you already have the sellers who are already in the market selling off of that psychological resistance areas. So that's two groups of sellers with stop losses above the high, which now creates a pool of liquidity, buy-side liquidity. Now what you get, once the trend line is broken, there's another influx of buy-side liquidity in the form of the buy stops and just buyers, breakout traders who are now buying into the break of that trend line and the break of that high of the week. So there's enough confluences for retail traders that we have four groups of possible traders entering sells with stop losses or buys with buy stops or just buy orders. So we now have enough buy side liquidity for the institutions, for the bank, the market maker, to pair their orders with those buy stops and those buys. So that's how I speculate what took place at the high of the week, GBPUSD. There was a run on buy side liquidity at the break of a trend line, and if we take another closer look, even at the 1 minute, we'll see there was a possible entry. So we'll take a look at that right now. Okay, so here we are on the 1 minute chart, and we're taking a look at GBPUSD at the high of the week. This took place on a Thursday. So what we can see is there was a trade with a 20 pip stop loss available at the high of the week. Here on the 1 minute chart, what we see is a break of market structure to the downside and a return to the origin, BMS RTO, on the 1 minute chart. And you can see what I've annotated is there was a 20 pip stop. If you were to place your stop at the high, you could have had a 20 pip stop, but you can also see you could have even just traded the 1 minute order block at that actually broke market structure, and then you would have had even smaller stop loss. So again, this isn't even a trade that I took in live time. I'm just simply backtesting and observing what did take place during price action, and these are the annotations that I see for the entry on the 1 minute chart. So here we are back on the 4-hour chart, just looking at what I would deem the trade of the week for GBPUSD. I didn't take this trade, and I realized that the trade was available, and based on my annotations, I do remember even at the beginning of the week telling myself I'm looking for a buy, but if they pull back before my buy zone is reached based on my annotations, then I'd be looking for a sell. However, I was not on my focus and I missed this trade. So this is what I like to do. Just show myself what I'm missing when I miss it, and just enhance my understanding as to why I may have missed it. This week, I clearly can say I just wasn't on my focus. I've been on the road, so I was actually in a bus at the time this trade took place. I may have been sleeping, I don't even know. But anyways, this is just a quick video taking a look at a Gbpusd before and after analysis. So hopefully you enjoyed this content. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and stay tuned for more videos. Peace.